Hey guys, it's Afternoon here with Pristine Posing, and today we're gonna learn how to do FMG poses, fitness, muscle, and glamour poses. So we're gonna learn our T-walk, which is a formation of a T, and then we're gonna learn comparisons, and then after that, we're gonna learn a detailed way of how to walk. And I'm gonna use my friend Quine to demonstrate these with us, and you're gonna learn formations and drills to get better with that stride. Okay, y'all, we're gonna learn how to do the T-walk for FMG. So the T-walk, it's so important because it is the first thing you do on stage when you come out. So you have to show confidence and that you can own that stage. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, next we are gonna learn comparisons. This is when the judges either call you up all together or by your number to come to the front to start dueling it out on those quarter turns. So when you're back here and you're done with your T-walk, you are posing, not showing any back poses, only front and side poses. And then when they call up your number or you all together, you're gonna go ahead and walk up. For example, contestant 1. And then you're just gonna only hit front poses until they direct you to hit another pose. Showing your best moves, flexing, and not forgetting to smile. Ladies, quarter turn to the right. You'll turn to your side. Remembering to smile, breathe, and blow out that core nice and tight. Ladies, quarter turn to the right. Pushing your glutes. Be sure that we aren't too far apart, but nice and neutral. And then of course, looking behind you a little bit to show the judges that spunk. Now our hair, we don't always have to hold it up, but just play with it and it can move around, especially as a bikini competitor. Next, quarter turn to the right. Turning around, smiling of course, pulling in that core. You can even get fancy, do a little spin. And then that's comparison. So you'll just keep doing it until the judges say, "Thank you, ladies," and you'll walk away. Okay, now how do we do those quarter turns without tripping or looking sloppy? I'm gonna tell you the basics. Of course, there's plenty of ways to turn to the right, but I'm gonna show you things that make it easy for you to replicate over and over so you don't mess up while you're blinded by the lights. So if we're in a front pose, think of neutral as your base. This is a good base to turn to the side to, and you're always turning to the right. So ladies, quarter turn to the right, you'll take your left foot in, you're going to rotate it to the side to get started, set it down, and then the other foot is ready. So again, I'll repeat that for you. We've got feet nice and neutral, you're gonna step in, turn that foot, and then pointing to the side here, okay? So now let's talk about transitioning to the back. Let's transition to the back from this easy, simple side pose everyone looks good in. You're gonna take your right leg, you're gonna rotate it to the back, almost going over a hurdle, leading with the right foot backwards. So you're gonna slant it, and as soon as you rotate, you're gonna place your other foot. I'll demonstrate again, and really watch my head as well, what it's doing. I'm staring forward at the camera, stepping back until the last minute, and looking back to the wall. This helps us keep our balance, because now I'm not like, oh, where am I going, okay? So now let's talk back poses. So with our back pose, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna lead with our right foot to the side behind us, bring it around to that neutral side pose. I'll show you again. We're in our back neutral pose. So for example, if you're in a T or a cross, get yourself to neutral, and then you're going to step behind and open up. Now, of course, you can do things like pivoting to get there, but this is an easy basis to learn. So let's say I'm here in Superwoman, I can pivot and I'm there. This is always simple, doing that reverse step. Now if I'm here, and let's say I'm in my cross with your left leg over, you can pivot to the front. So those are the different ways to work on your quarter turn. Practice, practice, and most of all, have fun. All right, y'all, moving on to the walking portion. This is my girlfriend, Quinay. Say hey.
Oh, hey.
So we met actually at David's Bridal. We work seasonally there, and I'm like, hey, let's do a walk today. And she's never walked with me before, and the cool thing is that she's actually a really good walker, and like, look at this physique, right? I need to get her to compete. But anyway, we're gonna demonstrate how to walk using some tools and some drills. And first, we're gonna just show how she walks somewhat naturally, and then we're going to adjust it as we go. You ready? All right, now Quinay is gonna demonstrate her walk so I can make adjustments for it piece by piece so we can learn one thing at a time. So Quinay, go ahead and show us your walk. Ooh, very, very careful, I see. So we really wanna focus on having our shoulders back, our sternum lifted as if there's a string being pulled up when we're doing our walk. So let's go ahead and try that again with that upright posture. Good, maybe take like 8 steps forward. Very good. Good job correcting your posture. Okay, so next, Quinay, we are going to actually spice it up. Bring the diva-ness. Let me swing your arms a little bit, move those hips, have fun with your walk. So we really want to have fun when we're walking, y'all, and feel that sassy feminine vibe. Ooh, look at that stride too. It got longer. Okay, so let's break it down and show people some drills that they can do to get better at their walk. And a swiffer stick. And you can use this at home to really get your posture back. Okay, so many times if we're working at a computer, our shoulders round forward, so this will help us understand how much we have to pull our posture back. So Quinay, go ahead and put this behind your back and your biceps. And you feel it kind of pushing up your thoracic. So let's go ahead and practice the walk coming forward, relaxing your hands and your body. Try to still move those hips. Great job. Let's go ahead and do it backwards so they can kind of see what it looks like. Good, chest up, shoulders up. Awesome. So let's show them a side view actually of you doing it. So go ahead and step back just a little bit further. Right here. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna walk kind of toward me, keeping your posture back. Good, great job. So this is something that you can do to straighten up your chest and really feel what it feels like to lift that sternum. All right, Quinay. Now when it comes to our walk, we want to make sure that we are either walking on a tightrope, one foot in front of the other, or slightly crossing them. Now, some people have a really hard time with crossing their feet. So what I have you do is I'll have you over-exaggerate the movement through drills. And then so when we reel it back, it feels comfortable to be able to crisscross that far. And when you do cross, you can cross anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, I recommend. So let's go ahead and do this drill. I'll show you what it looks like. You're gonna go ahead and cross your leg as far as you can, and then the other leg as far as you can. So you're not so much moving forward as you are moving sideways. So this is a drill that's really gonna help you, and be sure you are picking up your knees, which makes it a bit easier, okay? So now let's try to do the walk with the crisscross, now that you've kind of done a little bit of that. Crossing, but not over-exaggerated. Good, moving those arms. Perfect. Okay, so let's go on to the next drill. So another drill that you can do is focusing on a long stride, right? Most ladies, and I'll show you, kind of walk like this and like pick up their feet, right? I really want her to almost roll through that back foot. And this is because it makes us look a bit more graceful, a bit more elegant, and it makes you stand out compared to the little crisp short walkers. So we're gonna do a drill, and this drill is a lunge, so you have to have a lot of strength in your knees and your quads. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So you're going to step forward and kind of lunge. Step forward and lunge. And you can put your hands on your waist for balance. All right, you can put your hands out. So again, we're over-exaggerating, so when we draw back the movement, it doesn't feel so wild. When you are doing this lunge, try to keep the back leg straight versus a regular 90-degree knee bend. So let's try it one more time. Are you feeling the core and the stabilizers activating?
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it again. Great job. Yes, keep going. That's the great thing about being a coach. I don't always have to do it with you. I just get to watch. Perfect, perfect. Now let's reverse so they can see what that looks like from behind. really long. Keeping your balance, and see, she's going nice and slow, which is perfect because we don't want to speed through these. Great job, Cornet. Okay, so we're gonna put those two drills together, focusing on our cross and our long stride, okay? So try to go long and crossing. Good, and try to make it a normal walk more so, but keeping it long. Good, great job. Now, Cornet, she's really petite. How tall are you, Cornet?
4'11".
4'11". If y'all see me get close to her, I got the mic. I'm making sure you can hear her. So she's 4'11". She's a tiny thing. One thing Cornet does when she walks is she'll kind of twist her hips, okay? It looks really good on her and cute on her. She doesn't have to adjust it. Most people, it doesn't look as good on. So we actually want to have our hips push side to side. So another drill here, Cornet, is having your feet together and push your hips side to side, okay? So I'm going to show you another drill to move those hips this way versus twisting like you were doing, okay? So this drill, you're going to take your left foot actually, you're going to cross it over. As your hips go over your foot, you're going to pop out the right hip. Good, and you might feel a little bit of bend in your left. I'm so used to working on Skype calls where it's reversed. I'm reversing it. Okay, go ahead and cross your right and then pop your right hip out. Good, go ahead and do these. Let me look at you. Good, try not to twist them. Yes. So she's really, really a twister, which is fine, but that's a drill that you can do. So I'll show them real quick what it looks like. You're gonna step, pop, the same hip step, pop, step, pop, step, pop. So what this essentially does, and I'm balancing on one leg, but it makes you look a bit curvier if you have more of like a straight fitness frame, okay? So that's another drill you can do. Let's do another drill. It's a mix of the crisscross and the long lunge, okay? So you're going to cross and lunge. Good, almost like you're curtsy lunging. And when you're doing these things, you can do them as your warm up to you practicing, so you're fired and ready to go, because you might have sat all day or had a stiff day and not very flexible, so this helps us warm up and get loose. So let's go ahead, try to keep those drills in mind. Okay. All right, so keeping those drills in mind, we're going to just kind of cycle everything together. You ready? So showing me your best walk there, Cornet. Good, great job. So let's talk about feet when you're crisscrossing a little bit, because she has it a little bit, and sometimes I do, is when we cross, our toe likes to go the way our leg is going. So some people might be a little pigeon-footed, right? So we want to turn out, keep the toe straight, or slightly turning it out actually activate the quad sweeps more. So when you land and strike, you can see that muscle more on your walk. But for you, let's just keep them nice and straight. So try to make sure those toes are straight while you're crossing and walking and keeping the chin and face up. Better, better. So that's just one thing to focus on for her personally. So yes, we went through all the drills. Some good cues that I also tell my clients when they start for posture and holding in that core. Stretching up really, really high. Good. Keep this stretched. Now just put down your shoulders and lats. This is where we want your posture to be on stage at all times. She's like, oh my, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me today to watch the FMG posing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also email me at pristineposing@gmail.com for any inquiries if you're interested in posing. Have a great day, y'all, and I look forward to this 2024 season.